TFNN.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. We're kicking into spring, baby. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your body are and what the needs of your mind are and what fit well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some of them will make a good match and others won't. The two of you only to be like a key and a lock, a match that works. Market wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 335, NASDAQ off 137, S&P's off 38.5. Percentage-wise, 1.3 inside the Dow, 1.8 inside the NASDAQ, and 1.5 inside the S&P. Volume-wise out here, what you did do is that you got an expansion of volume simultaneously. We did 863 inside the NYSE. Inside the NASDAQ Composite, we did a 2.3 billion. That was going into 2 billion from the way down. So NDX 100 also 3 Qs. 3 Qs basically gapped lower, left an island top up there, always dangerous. Got inside the lower range, at the lower range being inside 170. 3 Qs were down to $3.64. Did 64 million shares. You're coming into the lowest swing point from March 2nd. March 2nd, the high of the low is 166. Low is 161.96. We did 57 million. You can see what's happening. Expanding volume. They're throwing basically the equities out. I expect that low is going to get hit, as well as we'll build some cause, and we'll get down to this February 9th low, and that's the big one. 157 was the high of that low. 150 was the low. You're laying out there with 113 million shares. Big number. We'll see how we make our way down into that number. Gold out here, gold rejected lower price, as did silver out here today. Gold was up $3.90, $13.16, 20 an ounce. Silver, $16.31 an ounce. Oil, light sweet crude. It's intriguing what the light sweet crude did out here. So, you know, you got the Aramco IPO that we'll see whether they're going to basically, when they're going to do that. No one really knows when they're going to do it. But you do have the Saudi prince making the rounds starting this week. Which probably sets up that it's getting closer, you know, for the PR to come out. So what you had out here inside the oil market, the physical oil market today, $62.13, but there's no juice whatsoever inside here. So I suspect they're going to try to keep it up there as long as they can for that IPO. That being said, guess what? You go look at the XLE, and these stocks are getting hammered. Exxon, the XLE today was down $1 at 66.27. You're at the lower end of this consolidation. It never bounced back. $78 was the high in January. You're at 66. ExxonMobil, which is the leader on the way down, that baby closed down 97 cents, $74.15. That's off the high of 89. So bottom line is that it looks to me like inside that oil market, we are going to come into lower prices. Notes and bonds. Come Wednesday, folks, this is it. This is what it's all about. The 10-year note right now, it's yielding 2.855. 2.950 is the high for the past year, for the past 12 months. Bottom line, we'll see what the statement is, number one, meaning the statement that is coming out on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And we'll see whether it's bullish, hawkish or dovish. The way that the market is set up at this particular point, it looks like it's going to be dovish. So what's really going to be intriguing is that do we get follow-through tomorrow as well as Wednesday? Because, meaning to the downside. Because if that's what you got, the Fed claims that they don't keep their eye on the market. I don't believe that for a second, okay? Bottom line, if we go down another 1.5% tomorrow, you start down on Wednesday, bottom line is that that statement will be dovish in the aspect of where we're going. Because you got to remember something, that the Fed loves markets that, you know, basically go higher. They claim they don't, but guess what? Makes everything much easier. You get a market that starts drifting, you know, bottom line, and we're still at highs. We're still at highs. But guess what? If you think you are addicted to low interest rates. The Fed is addicted to no volatility inside the marketplace, so they don't have to worry about where the equity market is going, meaning on the way down, so that they can handle the aspect of what they're going to do with short-term rates. King dollar. We take a look at King dollar. King dollar, bottom line, big trouble. King dollar out here today got over its swing point, which has been trying to do for 3 days last week. Had every right to stay over it, which is 89,930. That's the swing high of March 9th. Gave it up. And guess what? You know, you gave it up, and you gave it up with some juice. We're at 25,600 contracts. That's saying that next time, you know, tomorrow we're probably going to make a run for this 88,915. And if we break that, then what is going to be game, the way this seems to be setting up all the markets in general, it's setting up for this 2 o'clock announcement on Wednesday. That's how it seems to be setting up out here. If we go take a look at, let's see the exact volume inside the NYSE. So we did 863 million inside the NYSE. That's a slight expansion of volume. That being said, you can see that the Dow Industrials are right into the swing point from March 2nd, and that's a big heads up in particular. We hit 24,453, 24,592 was the high. The low was 24,217. Now, we did reject the top of that high, but that being said, what you're going to see, let's do this. So it's the second. And what we want to look at is that how did we hit HB on the second? Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so February, oh, this is going to be a toss-up. Okay, so March 2nd, we did 920 million. We came into that with 863, so that actually is a rejection of the high of the low of March 2nd. So that can bounce. The Dow can bounce. That being said, watch the Qs, though. This is where the divergence comes in pretty good. The Qs go down 67 million shares traded, and that's going into 57. And, of course, inside the NDX 100, the problem childs out here today was Facebook. Facebook was down 6.7%. You had a new one. Oh, Liberty Interactive was down 4.2. INCY was down 4.1. Express Scripts was off 3.99. There were actually only 2 equities that were in the positive out inside 100 equities inside the NDX 100. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.